Tech is bananas.
The stressful change is out of control.
Musicals are so hard. They really are.
You just don't know what's going to happen with the show. You just don't.
Some of the music is still changing. That's where it gets tricky.
Today is our first run through of The Heart.
It'll be an adventure to see what it looks like today. The whole show is running on what's called time code, which means we're constantly sending a time grid to all departments. And so they're hooking into the music.
So anytime you change the basic underlying music track, all the lights and the projections have to adjust. One bar change and everybody has to scramble.
Some of the music is still changing. Literally last night, they decided they're going to add a bar in the prologue. That's where it gets tricky, is modifying it in a very timely manner so that it can be like seen on stage that night.
It was just that moment of like, oh my gosh, every time we make a change, it is going to impact projections, it's going to impact lighting, it's going to impact sound, it's going to impact the actors. Yesterday, we just made a bunch of changes. And I looked around and I saw like every single person on the music team with big hearts trying to implement all the changes. But I realized we're all sort of implementing all the changes separately. And we started to have issues where it's like things ended up in the wrong spot, or someone did the thing that we talked about they weren't ready to put in yet. And so I got really stressed because I started to feel like we were letting down all the other departments. Wendy, you take a second to align everybody on the just one side. We were really careful to assemble who were the other music artists to work on this. We were incredible music director, conductor Wendy, who I worked with on Come From Away, and just like in beast mode out there with all the things Wendy's doing.
Wendy, our music director, is really in the center of it all. She triggers the entire show. She's conducting into a camera, and there's monitors all over the space that the actors are taking their timing cues off of Wendy. So really, she and the production stage manager together have the entire show sort of running through their hands as we go.
We're well north of 1,000 cues, but a lot of it's time code and a lot of it's automated. So the poor sound operator isn't having to press that button and move those faders all those times.
The preset of the show is 20. Our last cue at the moment is 1,200. It's pretty cue packed, even though there are some moments of stillness, but it's pretty cue packed because of the style of music and how quickly the show moves. Even if some of the cues are subtle, they are meant to go with the music, which is constantly running.
Like, we approach this show unlike any other musical I've worked on. We've always known it was a different workflow, but last night it was like, oh wow, this is going to be very hard, because the one thing that can't suffer is our pace and ability to make changes in this precious 2.5 weeks we have left before we freeze.
Yeah, I think it's like the reality of like what we're trying to do set in. It's making this thing that hasn't been done before.
Y'all did so well. That was like an extraordinary first tech run. We're gonna take the rest of the day and kind of work through fixing moments. So if there's things that you're like, hey, can we look at that? This is a great day for that. The actors bring so much inventiveness. They'll often have an impulse about how to play a moment, and then Kate and I will be like, oh, we can use that. And then like that'll work its way into the writing. So the kind of writing and the performance choices talk to each other. The show has always moved toward the surgery where Simon's heart comes out of his body and into Claire's. They share this heart. So there's an incredible connection.
Zach and I were like, we are longing for something where these two characters, who will be forever linked, have something.
So we invented this scene that happens as Claire is under anesthesia. So maybe it's a dream, maybe it's actually happening. Audience gets to decide for themselves. I love it.
Oh, yay.
I think it's great.
And so they finally have this scene. And what Kate wrote upon the first read of it, Zach and I were both like, oh God, it's just very satisfying. It's very beautiful. Kate is one of the most efficient, elegant writers I have ever worked with. She accomplishes so much in 4 lines. That is a skill not every book writer has. Kate is extraordinary.
It's a whole group in the creative team and in the larger room that take care of each other really, really beautifully. There's a lot of trust, a lot of mutual appreciation. We're going to do a couple of little rewrites. Unless we have tons of work we got to do, I'm going to aim to try to do 2 run-throughs tomorrow. Great work tonight. Thank you. Have a great day.
Once we made it through our first pass, now a sort of different workflow happens where as you start run-throughs, you accumulate a lot of notes from those run-throughs and you just try to get through as many of them as you can before the next time you run. This morning was kind of light. We got 3 new pages. Who knows what tomorrow will or first preview will bring.
Tech is bananas. You really have to stay calm and flexible and like arrive having eaten the right amount of protein so that your brain can receive the information and not only receive the information, but erase what was formerly in the hard drive.
It's really challenging for the actors. There are just 9 people playing multiple roles. We're also creating the environment by moving scenery. It's so multi-layered that there's so much for them to hold in their brains.
The movement is so precise. What you may see as 45 seconds, there was possibly 6 hours of rehearsal.
It is choreographed. People are moving between each other. And so if somebody doesn't know what they're doing for a second, there can be like a little pileup.
This show is so challenging. We are literally on a grid that looks like a checkerboard. And if you are off the grid by just one little step, the whole picture that the audience is seeing is off, is askew. And so we really do have to focus.
We have 9 actors who are playing an enormous number of people. So there's all these costume changes going on. In general, we're doing them on stage. It was really hard to get the entire cast on the turn of a dime into full-on medical gear for a surgery.
Okay, so let's stay with that then, Heidi. So you'll hand off. You guys will put on the sleeves, but then Jason and Kanita will, as you turn, Jason and Kanita will do the snaps.
Great.
Okay. Back, one more time, do it again. That's okay, you were great.
In the rehearsal room, we hadn't so much been dealing with medical gloves, and we got on stage and it really felt like once we had the surgical gowns on, that the like bare hands ended up feeling like not completing the picture.
You know, Chris had wanted these gloves to be incorporated in the end of the show. Okay, we identified places where people could be putting on the gloves, and then, you know, the gloves were too small and the hands were sweaty, and then they were just stressed out, and then they couldn't do the stuff. And I was just like, oh my God, this is Glovegate 2025.
Why am I stressed? I'm stressed right here. Like the stress ball change is out of control.
I don't know if you've ever tried to put on a pair of rubber gloves in a hurry. It gets pretty sticky.
Okay, the only thing is you're gonna have to put on gloves while you walk, kiddos.
All you need is for your hands to be a little bit sweaty or for it to be a little humid, and then it's a whole mess.
Movement is what a choreographer does, right? They make storytelling through movement. Of course, in a musical, there's going to be props, there's going to be set, there's going to be dialogue, there's going to be songs interspersed. All of those things affect the storytelling of the movement.
How you get everybody into and out of those gloves really took several days of our tech really figuring it all out.
Luckily, you know, Seraphina and the team was amazing, and they went and got different size gloves, and we just have to practice it. We have to talk to management, stage management, about where it's preset, and then let's sing while we do it, you know. And so I always call things gate when it's more than like 3 times. I'm like, okay, we are talking about these gloves 65 times. It has now become Glovegate 2025, but it's all in good fun.
The people working on the show are so collaborative. Anytime we came to one of these moments where there was a little bit of a road bump, we all kind of came together from different departments to problem solve.
Very efficient, fantastic. Proud of you guys, good. Oh my God, we're setting ourselves up for success. Jesus. Now we're gonna look fashionably gorgeous in our surgery.
Mandy's been such an amazing partner. She's an incredible fiend for preparation. Time after time, she's just brought this very complete conception of the physicality of a moment. She's also really open to what happens in the moment. I mean, having a plan frees you to then also improvise. So she's also very intuitive and very spontaneous, and I can't imagine a better partner.
What time is it?
You can break there.
Yeah!
I'm Sue Frost.
and I am one of the producers.
Randy Adams, one of the producers, Junkyard Dog Productions.
We come in at critical points to look at the show creatively and to say, sort of thoughts that we have. It's not a straightforward, this is how you sell a show anymore. I think, that's just not the way it works. Yeah. You have to figure out what people are responding to, especially since there's no real known IP. We're not using big stars over the title. We don't have any of those sort of bells and whistles. With an original musical like this, you have to be really tight with every penny. Yeah. Our biggest challenge coming out of La Jolla will be taking our learnings from here and then mapping out a path that makes the most sense for the show.
We have the luxury of 2 weeks of previews, which is pretty rare for original theaters, actually. There'll be lots of rewriting and refiguring after this production on the way to another production in the future. But what you want to do is use every minute you have where you can still test it in front of an audience that night.
It is the final element, right? You can't really do live theater without, without an audience.
I always feel such a buzz the first time an audience is entering the space because it's the very first time we get to understand if what we're doing is working.
We're just going to learn so much, seeing it all put together and repeated daily. We watch the audience, we listen to the audience to see what's working for them.
Working in new musicals is, for me, the most exciting thing. I really love being part of creating something that's never been done before because it can be kind of iconic. There's always the possibility of the next Come From Away, the next Jersey Boys.
And we've been doing this for 6 weeks without an audience. It is our final scene partner, and we will get our final scene partner tonight. So I'm very excited to add that element, but also I'm nervous for sure.